Welcome back, everyone. It's FNHusa57 here. We're back on Destiny in the DLC, The Dark Below, and I have a video for you for the brand new raid rocket launcher, which is the Hunger of CROTA. And this is a really cool weapon. It's actually turned into kind of my favorite rocket launcher. I do apologize to those of you that were looking to see this video earlier. It took me a while to actually get this weapon from the raid and to go ahead and fully level it up. But here we are. So this is a really interesting weapon. It has a really interesting caption. Would you defy me? ? I am the Eater of Hope. Kind of interesting. It's a solar damage, of course, goes up to 331 because it's a new weapon. Like any rocket launcher, it does have a slower fire rate, but it has a very large blast radius, very high velocity, good stability, and a fast reload with a magazine capacity of 2. Now you get 3 different launch selections, I would say, but all of them mainly reduce the stability of the weapon and don't really offer any increase in blast radius. So the neat thing is you have tracking, invaluable on this weapon. To give you an idea, some of my friends have nicknamed this weapon the Hivahorn because basically it's the Hive Galahorn. Not as good in damage as the Galahorn, but still extremely high damage output. With your normal damage upgrades, then you can have Quick Draw, or you can have Javelin to increase the velocity, or I take Heavy Payload, so Warhead has a larger blast radius, therefore more damage. Then you'll have Cluster Bombs, where it creates Cluster Bombs, your normal damage upgrade, Hive Disruptor, so of course it does more damage to Hive Majors, and then your normal damage upgrades. So, really badass weapon. I like it kind of the best of the normal raid weapons because, well, you got CROTA's skull right there on the weapon. It's really cool looking. Now, with this, you can hold 6 rounds for the rocket launcher. Keep in mind, I do have the raid boots on, so I can carry more ammo than normal, which this is less rounds than what you can carry for a Galahorn. And it does less damage than a Galahorn, but it's still an incredibly good weapon. As you can see, that rocket just tracked towards the target and took out all of those guys. But where this weapon really comes into its own is when you're actually fighting Hive. So either be it on the raid or be it on, say, something like a Nightfall that's up against the Hive, this weapon is absolutely invaluable. It's enough to one-hit kill just about any small monster, or, put a knight. Like here we have one of these blades of CROTA. 1 rocket is almost enough to kill him. 2 rockets and he's down. And the blades of CROTA are normally harder to kill than, say, just a regular Hive. So I've got a hollowed acolyte down here. See if any of his buddies are around. Nope, none of his buddies are around here, so we're just going to pop a rocket on the ground. Over 2,500 damage with that. That's an insane amount of damage on a rocket launcher. It has a very large blast radius, so you can easily cover an entire room with it. And my personal favorite, you get into a dark area and you run out of ammo. The lights, like on the side of the weapon and the eyes on that skull, actually light up, as you can see there. So, very good weapon. It kind of runs out of ammo quick, but that's the way it is with any rocket launcher. All rocket launchers have basically a limited ammo supply. This is mainly a boss killing weapon, or a weapon that, you're going to want to use, say, up against, knights or something like that in the new raid, the hard raid. And it does work very well there, not as well as Galahorn, which will give you a quick comparison. I have a fully maxed out 331 attack Galahorn. As you can see, the Galahorn has got a little bit less blast radius, but it's a little bit faster, and it has a maxed out reload. Plus, it creates rounds fired from this weapon split into tracking cluster missiles, which is the key thing. Instead of just being a cluster bomb that falls on the ground, you have that actual projectile that tracks and hits its target again. So the Galahorn is much better for use on one individual target. But if you're clearing out a room, or you're doing a public event or something, or you're using another primary weapon that's an exotic, like say a Suros, you don't want to have to, switch exotics to be able to use a rocket launcher. Plus, since the weapon is solar damage, it comes in handy for the Nightfall, if the Nightfall has solar burn on. Now granted, these are low-level enemy, but this has an incredibly fast reload speed and an incredibly large blast radius. Very, very helpful for dealing with larger enemies or packs of enemies, or if you need to, like, say, take down CROTA's shield real quick on the normal mode. That is actually an extremely good weapon to use, or to deal with basically like, wizards on a Nightfall or something like that. The weapon is unbelievably useful. Definitely my favorite rocket launcher short of the Gjallarhorn. Hopefully you guys can get this weapon if you don't have it already, and you go ahead and play with it. It's absolutely the coolest looking rocket launcher. I'd say it's even cooler than the Gjallarhorn, and hopefully this video just gives you a general idea of how good this weapon is. Sadly, I couldn't do a super long video on it because you run out of heavy ammo very quickly, and as you've seen, I already used a heavy ammo synthesis. But if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, post a comment, let me know, send me a message. If you did like the video, go ahead, give it a like, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. So thanks for watching.